Hey, I'm Nina. We're at the thrift store doing a little thrift with me. And today we're going to be looking for pieces that are going to fill holes in a little fall capsule wardrobe. So I want to try and put together a fall capsule wardrobe to wear through the rest of October. I've been feeling kind of uninspired by a lot of my closet, and I feel like right now I'm just reaching for like the same 2 sweaters and the same 3 pairs of pants and the same like 2 skirts, and that's it. So I want to try and like condense down what I'm wearing for the next few weeks. So today I'm going to be looking for pieces to kind of like round out that capsule, and I'm going to do a whole video on the capsule wardrobe too, like breaking down what pieces I want to keep, because I think it's going to help me like love the pieces that I haven't been wearing as much when I like take them back out and get re-excited for them. And I think it's also just gonna like force me to be a little bit more creative with my outfits, with what is really truly resonating with me right now. So in terms of where the gaps are in my current wardrobe, what I'm gonna be looking for: black knee-high boots, especially with like a little bit of a heel, any like nice lightweight jackets. I have one brown leather jacket that I love, but otherwise I don't have many lightweight jackets, especially like a trench or like a shorter kind of lightweight wool coat. I would be so into kind of any tops. Recently I've only been reaching for like tank tops and baby tees, so if I can find more of like a blouse or yeah, just not like a super basic top that speaks to me right now, that would be really exciting. I'm pretty happy with where I'm at with my sweaters right now. I think the only other thing would be kind of like a fitted mid-rise cut, like not super cropped, not super long, little sweater in maybe like a gray or a black. And what else am I looking for? Oh, also good accessories and like good jewelry, like statement earrings, that kind of thing. This thrift store last time I was here had insane, I'll show you guys, I never got to talk about it, but these little glasses, which I think might be real vintage like 90s Gucci glasses, they didn't have the sunglass, they were prescription, for $1. And so I brought them to like an optician and had the lenses changed out, which I definitely overpaid for, but now I'm obsessed with them. They remind me of the Bonnie Clyde sunglasses that I have just been eyeing for forever. And I can't believe I found these. So excited to also check out the jewelry, sunglasses, and accessories. But let's go see what the thrift has. So starting when I first walked in, I saw this sunglasses case that I think was also authentic Gucci, monogrammed like in the leather, embossed. But the snap said Gucci on the hardware and the font looked like legit. And it seemed well made, it just seemed kind of beat up. Now in the jewelry, this shell necklace was so beautiful. And I actually meant to circle back after going through the store, but I completely forgot. Then I started looking at some of the statement earrings. I loved these little like rounded triangle ones. So beautiful. Then I found this little beautiful beaded necklace with this really thin kind of deep red cord. And it was all like knotted, and I really loved this. It was like so dainty but very unique. It felt kind of 90s-y to me, so I had to grab it. Now in the sweaters, I wasn't gonna look that hard, and I saw this beautiful short sleeve sweater, and then I realized it had really intense pit stains, but this had made me realize that I think I would really wear like a little knit short sleeve sweater kind of thing. I loved the shape of this, and the color was so cute. It was 100% cashmere, but the pit stains, they're not showing up on camera as much, but they were really intense. So unfortunately I had to leave this behind. A little shout out to this red cardigan, but a red sweater is definitely not a gap in my wardrobe. I feel like I'm so drawn to red sweaters, so I definitely don't need another one, but I had to give this one a shout out because it was just so cute. I put all the jackets out now, so there were so many to go through. The first one I found was this little suede, almost like utility style jacket, but what I loved about it was the little stand collar. I've been so drawn to a little stand collar, and I really liked the little loop and button closure, but all of the pockets in the moment were just a little bit too much for me. Next, this bright kind of magenta-y wool jacket. It's almost like a trench, like a crop trench with the little flap, and I loved the shape of this and just the overall design, but the color is just not for me. Like if this was in a green or a brown or a black or a gray or even like a navy, I could get into it. Maybe even a red. Then this little windbreaker. I've been really drawn to windbreakers recently. I loved the color of this light green. It had really cool little toggles on the bungee cord for the hood, and I loved the cut of the seams around the hood in the front. Just super, super cute, really cool, and I loved it. Okay, now this red like boiled wool coat was so good. The color incredible. I'm very drawn to red. Again, a little stand collar, and it wasn't like weirdly shrunken, which I feel like a lot of times wool coats can get. So I did have to grab this, and I love that it had kind of like an oversized feel. Okay, now this was I believe a real fur coat. So they had a couple of these actual real genuine fur coats. This one was so beautiful. The sleeves were slightly flared. The buttons were like this brass mesh kind of sphere. It was $35, which is expensive for the thrift store, but I feel like is a crazy deal for a genuine fur coat. But I just like can't personally get into the feel of wearing genuine fur. Then this little lightweight wool jacket, the colorway felt unique with the pink and the deep red and then the black and the blue. This was not my size. It was way too big, but I just thought that the fabric was so, so cool. Okay, now this wool jacket, it was like a wool blend and double-breasted, and the thing that really made me have to grab this was it really reminded me of that one Coast wool jacket from last year in green that I just have admired since I first saw it on like Pinterest or something. And this is a really similar color. The cut of this is obviously a little bit different, and I just like had ideas for this coat, like styling a green wool coat, and I'm trying to bring more color into my wardrobe. Next, the bags. I found this little, it's like a mini backpack visually that has like a little carabiner so you can clip it onto another bag. And I just thought that was really, really cute and would be a really fun way of using this. Clip it on a nylon crossbody or something like that as a little accessory. Okay, now the belts were really good. So this, I think, was genuine sterling silver. And then this fringe, light tan suede belt with the silver rings was like incredible. I feel like this is something I would see someone wear on Pinterest and just be obsessed with. So I had to grab it. Now these little brown wedge slides I loved. I'm really into the idea of like this really subtle kind of little wedge. Okay, now these are incredible, and I was trying to convince myself that they fit me. They are giving me the vibes of like the Margiela MM6 anatomic flats, but in a Mary Jane, and they're so cool. They were too small for me, so I couldn't get them. I love the idea of these. I love the little bungee. I just think they're so, so cool. Hey, so the first thrift store, I didn't end up buying anything. So right now I just stopped at a Salvation Army. So let's go see what they have. Fingers crossed I'll find some good stuff. Starting at the next thrift store, I found these two little bags when I first walked in. This classic hobo bag, Liz Claiborne, and this super cute little blue, like pop-up color fabric bag with a double strap. These were adorable, and it felt like a sign that they were going to be good finds at this thrift, finding them when I first walked in. Then the jackets. Oh my gosh, this trench was like the first jacket I saw in this section, and this is like the trench of my dreams. The little simple collar, simple buttons, very sleek, pretty oversized, has a lining that you can zip in, zip out, super chic, really long, and I'm obsessed. Then this little gray pea coat, 3/4 sleeves that flare, and it looked like it had a little bit of an A-line shape. The brand was Last Kiss. This one was in really great condition, so I had to grab it. Now, another gray wool little jacket. This one, I think, was a men's jacket, even though it was in the women's section, because it was really big. Some of the buttons were missing, but it also had a zip closure, so not a deal breaker. And it felt like really heavy wool, really great quality, just really simple, very classic, and it will fit over a big chunky sweater. Next, in the pants, I found these really, really cool pleated plaid high-waisted pants, vintage. Like the tag was really fun, and they just felt so unique. The colorway was really, really sweet with the pink and burgundy and brown. And then right behind them, I found these black silk pull-on little tie pants. And if you watched my wishlist video, you know that I've been looking for black silk wide leg pull-on pants. These are so perfect. They remind me of Deiji Studios. Now, checking out the skirts, I thought this little sporty skirt was cute with the like bobbles. I feel like if I had found this a year or two ago, I would have been like, oh my gosh, I need to have this. I need it right now. But right now, I didn't feel that way. So I did leave this behind, but I thought it was fun and I liked the little toggle details. Next, I found these black shorts. Again, something from that wishlist video was black pull-on easy shorts with an elastic band. They're like a cotton kind of twill, almost like a chino pant kind of fabric. And I liked the elastic waist with the little pleats. They were long and I had to grab them. Next, another pair of black little these are more like trouser shorts. I thought these were really cool because at the top, that hardware could be used to cinch the waist in. And I just thought that was a really kind of cool, different way of cinching the waist in. On some pants, you'll see they'll have buttons or something like that, but I love the little hardware detail. Right now in the sweaters, I found this gray V-neck sweater that really, really reminded me of the new James Street Co. oversized V-neck sweater. I love the texture of it, the color. It was just so good and will be so good for layering this fall. All right, now that's everything I found, so let's head home and I'll show you everything I ended up getting. Hey, back from the thrift store, and it was like a 50-50 success after trying everything on because they didn't have dressing rooms at the thrift store, so I couldn't try on really anything. So 50% success, 50% not as successful. So we'll save the best for last. So the first two things I grabbed were this super cute little gray wool blend pea coat. So I'll button it so you can get the vibe, but it's almost like, feels like 2000s does 60s kind of thing. Reminds me of that one Sandy Liang trench coat from, I don't know, a recent show. And that's like very swingy. So this has a pretty similar vibe. A little bit of like an A-line kind of shape, but at the thrift, I thought it was gonna have more of an A-line shape, but it's just a little bit more fitted on me than what I'm looking for. So I think I'm gonna end up probably just like donating this back because they don't take returns. One thing I really liked about it is the sleeves are slightly flared, and I think that's part of what made me think that the bottom was gonna be more flared, because now that I'm actually looking at it, it's not. It doesn't look as flared out as I thought it looked at the thrift. But otherwise, just the neckline, the big buttons, and the 3/4 length sleeves I think are so, so cute. And I think if I had either found this maybe in a size bigger, or if the design was just slightly different so that this was a little bit more of like an A, flared out more at the bottom rather than being like so straight down kind of fitted. So little wool swing coat that was like almost a hit, but ended up missing. Then the next, this is another almost hit, is this V-neck sweater. And the reason I grabbed it is it really reminded me of the new James Street Co. V-neck sweater that they had out, with this really kind of like wide V-neck and then the really thick ribbing on the sleeves and the hemline. And I thought this was going to be, again, more oversized than it was. So part of it is the sleeves are really kind of narrow. I wish they were wider. And then the overall shape of the sweater, when I wear it, just isn't as like loose as I want it to be. It like sits kind of weird on my hips, but I think what I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna wash this and then I'm gonna like block it to try and stretch it into the shape that I want it to be. And then if that doesn't work, I may just hem it and bring this ribbing up a couple inches, because I really like the texture, I really like the color. It's not wool, which is like a bummer. It's 100% acrylic, but I just really like the way it looks, and it doesn't like bother my skin. It's still pretty soft. So this one is gonna be, I'll have to try and alter it and see if I can turn it into what I want it to be. And then the next two were so good. I'm so excited. They're literally things that have been on my wish list that I've been searching for in the thrift, online, just all over the place. And the first thing is these black cotton shorts. If you watched my pre-fall wish list video, or fall wish list, I think it was pre-fall, I really wanted to get the Uniqlo Easy shorts, which are pretty similar to this, but a little bit shorter. And those are, I think, kind of reasonably priced. I want to say $15 or $20, but these were like $5, and they're 100% cotton, have the elastic band, which I really wanted. They're a little bit longer than I want, so I may just either like roll them up when I'm wearing them, or just actually hem them and like do that work to make them the length that I want them to be. But with the top waistband flipped down, these are like the exact fit that I want. They feel a little bit more elevated and a little bit more like versatile to me, and being able to like dress them up, dress them down, and all that good stuff. But I am just so excited about these shorts. I have been looking for a pair of just like pull-on black, easy shorts for so long, and I kept not biting the bullet and buying the Uniqlo ones. And now I know why I didn't buy the Uniqlo ones, because these ones were just waiting for me at the thrift. And now the last thing I got is the best piece in my mind that I got. They are perfect. I feel like they were manifested, made for me. I'm so excited. They're these vintage black wide leg little pull-on pants. The brand is CP Shades, made in USA, and they're 100% silk. So they have almost a pajama pant kind of fit with the little drawstring and the flap, but the bottom doesn't have that like telltale pajama pant, like big cuff on the bottom. And I like that the silk isn't like a super satiny kind of silk. These really remind me of that one pair of Deiji Studios trousers, and they just fit like exactly how I want them to. They're perfect right length, very slouchy, but again, I feel like I could dress these up, dress these down with like a big sweater and like a nicer shoe, wear them to work. I cannot believe I found them, and I'm just really excited about them. I feel like I'm gonna wear these so much. And in thinking about my kind of initial goal for this thrift trip with finding things to fit into a fall capsule wardrobe, I feel like these pants and these shorts right now are gonna immediately go in. Unfortunately, the coat, it just doesn't work because it doesn't fit me right. And the sweater, I think with some work, could come in and be a really awesome layering piece. So I would say, I think it was pretty successful overall. We'll see what happens when I try to like block out the sweater and all that. Fingers crossed it works. But all in all, even if just these two pieces like fill these gaps, it was fully worth it to me. Like paying an extra couple dollars on the price of each of these to account for the stuff that didn't fit quite right is still worth it to me. And I'm just so excited about these. I can't wait to style them in all the ways and show you guys all the outfits that I'll be wearing with them. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, give it a little thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe so I can see you next time. And if you want to see like my day-to-day outfits, they're over on my Instagram. What else? And I think that's probably everything. So thanks so much. Bye.